Greetings, everyone. So I'm here right now. I am working with some of my fresh dried comfrey leaves that I've harvested from my garden. You guys know I grow a lot of comfrey, and so what I usually do is I lay it out on racks and I dry them. I don't dehydrate them, but I do let them take whatever time they need to air dry. So they take about a week at the most, I guess, for the leaves to kind of dry out. But I just lay them out on some on a rack, or I actually lay them straight out on some, like this on the brown paper bags. But these are the most recent ones that I harvested, and I'm going to chop them up because my fresh dried comfrey jar is empty. So I need to restock and get these in there. I've been asked whether or not that I actually use comfrey leaf for more than just like making oils and salves, and my answer is yes, I do. It's a personal preference. But if you research comfrey, you will find that there's a lot of I guess back and forth in the science and herbal community, I guess if you will, about the safety of it because of the there's a alkaloid that it contains. They call them PAs. I think it's like pyrrolizidine or something like that. Some type of, alkaloid that is supposedly toxic to the liver. But for me, there's a lot of benefit from comfrey. So, anything in small amounts, because this is a herb that has a lot of allantoin, and allantoin is one of those constituents of this, this plant that is a cell proliferator. So it helps to regenerate cells. And it's also just a good stomach tonic and kidney tonic and things of that nature. So definitely, use your own discretion. For me personally, yes, I do occasionally drink, a cup or so of the leaves. So I do make a tea out of the leaves, and I, utilize it just as an infusion, a cup of tea on occasion. It's not nothing that I, add regularly to my diet, but I do consume the leaves. I do consume, the root. So it's said that the root has more of that, those PAs in it. However, we also know that, sometimes they try to keep us away from things that are actually, good for us. And a lot of times when they do these studies, they're using such large amounts of the herb or root or whatever it is in question that it's not a normal intake. It's not what we normally would intake. I think the one study that I read said that they gave, they used the lab rats, they gave them like 50% of their diet was the comfrey in order for them to exacerbate tumors. So, they actually fed these rats, 50% a diet of comfrey leaf or root. I don't know. I can't remember which part they used, but that's just not normal. A human wouldn't use half of their diet or consume half of their diet to be comfrey leaf or comfrey root or, whatever. So I just look at it that way because they actually have to cause a reaction. So in order for them to do a study, they actually have to first cause the reaction that they're looking to see if said herb or whatever cures or, is a benefit to. So just, taking that all into consideration, yes, I do use comfrey. I do drink the leaves as a tea on occasion. So, but outside of that, it's great for like poultices, healing because of the, the allantoin that it contains. So it's a great, excellent healer, wounds, burns, bones, all of that. You know what I mean? So we know the AKA of comfrey is knit bone. So it is something that can actually help heal bones and mend mend them together a lot quicker. So that's it. I am going to get chopping and restock my comfrey leaf. Have a great day. Ashe.